Hey everybody! So I'm making another video today. I'm taking a turn for the DIY today instead of a hair tutorial or anything like that. I'm going to try to make this, which I made yesterday, just on a whim. But, hold on. Sorry. But I'm going to try to make it the opposite, where the inside is kind of purple and I made the outside more blue. I'm going to try to do the opposite. So what you'll need is a piece of cardboard. I think this size is generally alright. You're just going to be making the thing that's going to attach to the comb. That's going to be also the base for the petals, as well as the actual petals you'll be making out of this. And then you'll need a little comb like this. They're super cheap. You can get them anywhere. Some scissors, hot glue gun, and whatever kind of material that you want to use to make your flower petals. I'm using this shirt. It's already cut up, but that's what I used for this. I'm just going to use it, but it has like kind of like a tie-dye pattern like that, and I just wanted the purple to be on the inside and the blue to be on the outside, so now I'm just going to do the opposite. So I'm going to try to find places on the shirt where the purple is a lot thicker, and then I'll use that. Okay, so basically what we're going to start off with is making all of your cardboard stuff right now. I'm going to use this part because, for the comb part, because I don't want the hole to be in any of the petals. So basically you just measure out where the comb is gonna be, and then you cut around it like so. And I'm making it pretty wide. You can see how wide from there. I'm making it, I want it to be wide enough so that the flower petals will be able to fit on it. Ugh. I want it to just barely get around the comb. I like to put the non-colorful side towards where the design is going to go on. So now you have this. This is what the comb is going to go on, like that. Probably more towards down there. Then what you're going to do is get the rest of it. And then to make the petals, I'm just going to fold it in half so that they're all even. They don't have to be even. The ones that I made yesterday, I didn't do this. But I'm trying some new stuff. And then I want to make it into thirds because I want to make 6 petals. So you have 3 kind of sections and you have it folded in half. So you just cut along all of that. Okay, so now you have 6 of these pretty equally sized squares. Now, you see how they're kind of like rectangular? I want to cut the petals out so that they are in that rectangular shape. So hold it in the rectangle shape and then just cut out petal shape. And I like to make a little wing at the top, so like that. Wing, I don't know what to call it. It's not going to come out perfectly symmetrical, but whatever, you see the gist of it. So then just do that with the rest of them. Okay, so now we have our 6 petals. And now we're going to take, each one came out differently. I have already cut this piece off, and I like it because it has the darker purple and then it fades out. So I want the darker, whenever you do this, you're going to want a darker color on the tips. You see what I mean? Because if you put the darker on the inside, I mean, it might look cool, but I just prefer it like this. And I forgot that you need a Sharpie also. So you have your petal and your fabric. Now you're going to get the petal and put it on the fabric, and you're going to trace out. I'm just dotting it because the fabric is so stretchy that it pulls, and you're going to dot out a little farther than the edge. Okay, so I'll start cutting these ones. Basically, you're going to cut right on the inside of the dots. So there's one. You can see it just barely goes around the cardboard petal. I only have 3 more petals left, but I want to get enough piece of fabric. So here's a piece of the shirt that I like. It has the purple. So I'm just going to cut I'm going to cut right here. No, I'll cut right here. So now we have this piece of fabric, and I'm going to use mostly purple, so I'm going to chop off some of the blue just to make it easier to work with. Okay, so I'm pretty sure all 3 will fit on here, and they do. So we're going to go ahead and do what we did before with the other ones. Next item of business is the, oh shoot, gluing. Make sure you have like good surface. But I have like a little cutting board I got at Walmart, and I put this over it just because I don't want it to go everywhere. And then you're going to get your petals and like just like paper on it. Okay, so I want to get the side that doesn't have any writing on it, and you want to put the fabric so that the colors are facing out like that. You can see the cardboard is behind it. And then you put it down. And when you're using hot glue, you gotta do it little by little because it'll all dry up. So just kind of push it down and start gluing really, really quickly. You don't want to pull it too much because you want the front to look pretty, you don't want it to look stretched out, you want it to look pretty saturated with color.
And don't push too hard when you're doing this because you'll definitely burn your fingers with the glue. Okay. Got one side done. That was so uncomfortable. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and start the other side. It's okay if strings get everywhere, this is the back. Doesn't really matter. I made mine a little bit too small, but just wanted to preserve on fabric and try to make it quick.
Once you've got the beginnings of it done, you could definitely hold it, like once you get to the other side, you can hold it in your hand, whatever makes it easier for you. Okay, so there's one petal all done. So now just do that to the rest of the petals. Okay, so now we have all of the petals covered with fabric. They all look pretty different, which is pretty cool. I like it a lot. This one's a little smaller than the others, but that's okay. So now what we're going to do, watch pretty carefully now. What we're going to do is put your fingers so that you point to the center of the middle of it. And you're going to fold it inwards towards the fabric side, like this, pretty tightly. And then we're going to glue that down, but just so we get the basis of the other part, we're going to fold the outer corners back. See that? Fold this corner back. So then, after you do that, you can get your glue, and to hold that in place, you're going to put some glue right in the center, just a little bubble, and then you're going to hold that together. Wait for it to dry. Okay, next you're going to put glue on these two little divots in here, and you're going to hold those together. It's held down pretty good. See, that's how it should look in the end. Now we're just going to do that on all of them. Now we're going to get this piece that we made before to go onto the comb, like this. And we want to kind of, okay, you're going to get your Sharpie again, and you're going to want to measure out where you want each petal, because you may want different ones next to different ones, who knows. But just kind of place them where you want them to be. See, that looks pretty good. I like how that looks. And then you're just going to kind of make dots on the general point that you're going to want it to go. Okay? And then I like them like that, so I'm going to keep them in this position and just spread them off. And then you're going to get your glue gun. This is really fun because you're just going to glob a bunch of glue. You want to get it even around the edges because you really want it to stay on. And then you're just going to stick it on there. Sorry, totally blocked it. And I kind of like it sticking up a little, so kind of angle it like that. I don't know if you can see. Angle it up a little bit and then hold it in that position or it will fall. You know, you're going to do that to the rest of them. And now I just like to kind of position it again to make sure I'm on the right track. And I am. Okay, so this is how it looks in the end. And this is how it looks from the back. So you see there's a bunch of excess. Now I want to glue the comb right here. Actually, there's a bunch of glue that made it through the hole. I want to glue the comb right here. Where did my comb go? Oh, there we go. Right here. So I'm going to trim off this part that I don't want. And scissors. Okay, so now that leaves quite a bit of room, so now I'm going to cut off the excess from the top because there's nothing that's going to be going on there. Okay, so now it looks like that. And actually, I forgot something. You need something to put in the center. I have this, sorry, my pants are falling. I have this bikini top that I haven't worn in years and will never wear, ever. And it has these beads. And I really like them. So that's what I'm going to put in the center. That's what I did for this too. I just used the bottom of this bathing suit. So what I'm going to do is just put them like this. And they're just kind of loops. So I'm just going to put them right in the center because It's a place where they won't fall everywhere. Okay, I think that's enough. Pretty much fills it out, so I'm gonna dump them back out. Now make sure that you've got a nice good stick of glue going for you, because you're going to put a lot of glue in the middle of this. I didn't put enough in this one, so it made it kind of fall in a little bit, but I want it to look like it's sticking out. So I might even do one layer of glue, let it cool. That's what I'm going to try. I'm going to try putting one layer of glue, let it cool, and then put another layer of glue on top of that and stick the beads to it. Can't see how much glue I'm putting, but I'm just laying it on. Can't really tell, but there's just a bunch of glue in there. And I'm going to let it dry. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm going to go ahead, put another layer of glue. Really quickly. Just throw the beads on there.
Try to make sure that they get in the center. Not push them there. Eventually you'll have to try and place them in actual places.
Now, I think we're good enough. It's still really hot, but I'm just going to try not to touch it. And forgot about this part, but if there's like extra on this side, you want to kind of bend it only on the sides, because if you try to bend the whole flower, it's going to mess up the beads. But the comb is curved, so you want to kind of make sure that it holds on the edges. So bend that pretty good. See what I mean? See that? It's going to go a lot easier on now. So put your flower upside down, and you're going to glue onto the comb pretty thick. Okay. Where you put it is your opinion, but I'm just putting it right in the middle, and ow! Pick it up and push that sucker on. When I made this one in my hair, the comb kind of came off of the cardboard. I feel like what might help with that is if you kind of put some glue that wraps around and kind of grabs onto the comb and the cardboard on both sides, just to make it extra secure. So I'm going to show you how to put it on, because usually when you have a comb, this is how you usually put it in your hair. Kind of, if you want to. You swoop it up, and then you turn it back around, and then you push it in like that. I mean, my hair's in a pony, so it's not really loose enough to get more of an idea, but this one, you just kind of have to hold your hair and just slide it in like that. That's how you're going to use this comb. See? Oh, a bead just fell off again. Should have glued it like I did this one today. Just like pick whatever angle you want the flower at, and then just slide it in. Holding it from here, from this part. This is the sturdiest part you can hold it by. But yeah, that's pretty much how you put it in. And then also I forgot, I did with the other ones, kind of fold the petals backwards. Let me know if you like the tutorial. If you have any questions, let me know. Just put a comment and I'll reply to it. And that's basically it. Thanks for watching.